The PlayStation Vita has really run into a rough patch since its launch in late February. After releasing alongside some great titles within its launch window, like Uncharted, a great port of Rayman Origins, and several sports titles, we haven't received much. However, there is one game that's looking to change this during the summer months. This game was considered to be one of the most anticipated titles for the system, and after a short delay, it's here. This is Gravity Rush. Gravity Rush, known in some areas as Gravity Days, follows a girl named Kat. Kat wakes up with no memory of anything, but soon finds that a cat named Dusty is following her around and giving her the power to shift gravity at will. She's immediately called upon by her town's citizens as the landscape begins breaking apart and is attacked by dark creatures known as the Nevi, even though she's still learning what her powers really are. Now, while the story could have definitely taken some interesting turns, it's actually not that out of the ordinary. Characters are all pretty boring, and a good portion of the plot is super derivative. Obviously, though, the main draw of Gravity Rush is the gameplay, and it is actually very unique. Using the L and R buttons, you have the ability to move gravity in any direction to navigate the town and to get to otherwise unreachable areas. The right stick and gyroscope are both used for aiming Cat, and this is actually why we have the view of the Vita a little farther back. You'll be moving the Vita quite a bit while playing this game, so make sure you have some elbow room. Cat's movements feel very crisp and fast, and one of the best things to do is just explore everywhere you can. You'll find purple gems that allow you to upgrade your abilities as you do so as well, which is a nice touch. Speaking of abilities, you won't have some of the stuff you see here until later in the game. Gravity Rush is a slow starter, and even though most of this footage is from a little more than halfway through the game, it takes almost that long for you to get the really awesome abilities. You kind of just have to stick it out for a little while before the game starts getting really good. While exploration is really well done, combat isn't quite as polished as it could be. This is mostly due to a pretty spotty auto-lock feature. Cat kicks with the square button, and this becomes a gravity kick if she's floating, but if there are two enemies next to each other, the game will often pick the wrong one or just send Cat flying by both of them. However, other aspects of combat do work better. Cat can levitate items in the air to throw at enemies, and she also has special attacks that can be used to take out multiple targets every so often. Overall, fighting enemies is fun, but most of the battles drag on a little too long, with Cat having to take down 6 or 7 Nevi at once before being allowed to continue. The game could have benefited by having Cat fight a smaller number of enemies more often. Now, Gravity Rush is a very interesting game to look at, as it uses cell shading for a very dark setting. It's definitely not the most visually impressive Vita game, but it's far from the worst. Gravity Rush isn't the title that every Vita owner will enjoy, but fans of action games or someone looking for innovation in gameplay should really check this one out.